Many possibilities, losing information,
This is Lake Dawson on Lake Dawson Morning Show here in New York City, ladies and gentlemen. I have two separate cameras that I'm working with right now, trying to see if I can merge everything together. You know, this is how we do. We grow here on the Lake Dawson TV show. Okay? First thing I want to say is welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe and like. Subscribe and like. Hit that subscribe button, you know, and help me grow. Help the company grow. My goals are to build this thing up to the top as far as I possibly can, to bring you real stories, you know, to show you and give you information that you've never knew before. You know, give you the inspiration that you need for you to move on, to grow, to get to that next level. You guys understand? You understand? This is what I'm talking about. Now, first thing I want to get to is I want to say, you know, praises and blessings to, to the Most High. You know, that's number one, all the time. Second thing I want to say is a shout out to Rick Ross. You know, get better soon, brother. Make sure you get it together over here at Lake Dawson TV. You know, we love you, and stay strong. You know, I know you got a lot of people backing you right now, and that's good. All right. Second thing, let's get into it. Second thing, I want to talk to real estate agents and individuals that are starting to work in the wholesale industry about working with investors and working with a generalized family who's interested in purchasing a home. Regular client as opposed to an investor, a business owner, individuals that are interested in building their family wealth, their family portfolio. You understand what I mean? Now, here's the deal. And I'm getting into this quick. I'm getting into this real quick. The most important thing for you to have in this situation is the knowledge that you need for you to move forward. Okay? Not only knowledge, but the expediting of information. Okay? As a real estate investor, it pisses me off when I contact different real estate agents, and one, they don't respond back to me. Two, they respond back to me, but then they respond back to me in the matter of hours instead of minutes, which is fine because I just move on to the next person. Or three, they respond to me, they create a schedule, they say they're going to show me properties, they get a time together, and the next thing you know, it never happens. Come on, people. Come on. You want to be the best at what it is that you do as a real estate agent and broker, you got to step your game up. You understand what I mean? You got to get the software that you need to push yourself to that next level. Anyway, let's move on amicably. So what's important in this situation is this. Let's separate the two. Get a notepad and a pen. Pause this if you have to. Okay? So, because this is going to be like a playbook, play by play. And I'm going to put a PDF. Give me some time for the later on today. I'm going to put a PDF up that's going to give you a bit of a strategy. Okay, so it's just important. Okay, we 3 minutes and 11 seconds in on this thing. All right, let's look at the notes. Everybody has a note, has a pen and a pencil. All right, let's look at the notes. Boom, 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 boom. So the need to knows. The need to knows. First thing you need to know is your usual, your demographics, the neighborhood that they're interested in purchasing in. What size, like square footage. Is it important to them to have a multifamily or a single family or a triplex or a quad? What is it that they're looking for? Or a commercial property? If you don't know the difference between those, you don't need to be working with an investor. That's number one. We're talking about investors here. We're not talking about just generalized a clientele yet. Okay, that's number one. Number two, an investor's time, everybody's time is very important. So when an investor says, I'm coming to see this property, I want to show it to you, he's serious. She's serious. They're serious. The team is serious. They want to know, they're interested in the property. Otherwise, they wouldn't go. They would do their due diligence already, which means they already done their calculations in terms of tax documentation, how much taxes need to be paid for the year in the neighborhood, with the square footage, what the asking prices are, all of that stuff that you usually have to tell a regular client. These guys already know majority of the time. So if you don't know this information, number one, then you need to go learn this information, because you're going to look foolish if you go to them and they begin asking you questions that you've never heard before. Then you're like, well, I don't know, I'll get back to you. No, you're a professional. You need to know this stuff. You need to know this stuff. You need to know this stuff. And I'm telling you right now, you need to get on the grind, okay? You can go to therealdeal.com. As a matter of fact, if you live in New York City, you can get therealdeal.com and purchase the $50 yearly, I think it's a yearly or quarterly document book that gives you the list of properties sold, studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, townhouse, all of that stuff, okay? And you just bust it down, meaning that you study it to the nth degree, okay, to the 10th degree, and you know it and you understand it, know the tax liability that these people have. They're gonna ask you questions like, how is the foundation? It looks like there's cracks in the wall. What it is that, you know, what are the taxes? Do you know the actual tax number? What's the interest rate on this thing? You know, different things, okay? Also, too, this is for individuals who are investors. Go to biggerpockets.com and they have an actual tax calculator that you could use in order to give you the accurate numbers monthly for rent. They're going to ask you, how much would rent be? Do you know what that is? All you usually know is how much the purchase price is for the house, how much the purchase price is, if they have a pre-approval or not, you know, like simple stuff like that. No. You need to go through this whole process, okay? This whole process. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let me get my notepad. Where I put it? All right. As you can see, I'm compassionate about this thing. I'm moving forward real swiftly. So take notes. Like I said before, take notes. We're in the class. Here we go. Need to knows. Next thing is structure of the buy. People are different, right? People are different. You can't treat everybody the same way. Some people are aggressive. Some people are introverts. Some people are timid. Okay? You have to feel them out. This goes for rentals and sales. You understand? Okay, so let's get back to it. Say you have an investor that comes to you that says, hey, I'm interested in purchasing this property. Are we able to see it? What's going on? Boom. You get back to them in 2 hours, they're not going to want to work with you anymore, okay? You need a system in play that allows you to move forward with the transactions while you're out showing other properties to other people, ladies and gentlemen. And don't rely on your emails. This is the other thing. Y'all are back in the early 2000s, okay? There needs to be a system in play where either you have an assistant who checks the emails and forwards the information to you, or you need a computerized system that does it for you. That way you could get back to them ASAP, and do not allow it to be an automated system. You know, or if it is an automated system, write something in the system where it will, where the investor or the person that's interested in purchasing the property feels as if the email is personalized. If you put a generalized email, I'm telling you right now, they're gonna shut you down. It's not. They're gonna move on to the person that actually sent them the email. Okay, let's be clear on this. Let's be real clear. All right. Next, lenders. Right, lenders. First thing is this. If the individual says that they're an investor, if the individual says, this is again, that they're an investor, if the individual says that they're an investor, if the individual says that they're an investor, do not ask them the same questions that you would ask someone who's just out on the street looking for a place. Because it begins to feel as if you don't know what you're doing. Okay? If I'm an investor, I have a portfolio. I know that I purchased several properties already. You know that I have a portfolio. And you come to me and you say, okay, could you send us your pre-approval letter, please? Because we want to be sure that we find the right place for you. And fictitious bull crap, fictitious. Because you as agents know that when you ask for a pre-approval letter from anybody, you're doing it because one, you want to make sure that they have the approval or the money or proof of funds, right? And two, it's because you don't want to waste your time. So you need to be clear with them on that being the reason why. You don't want to waste their time. So be clear in an email. Do not sugarcoat anything. You're a professional, ladies and gentlemen. You are a professional. Get it in your head. Right, little Mikey? That's right. We got to keep going. Let's move on. Family wealth. Understand, in investors' minds, they're thinking about the bottom line. Especially if it's in a buy and hold situation. If it's in a buy and flip situation, they're trying to purchase it, do the renovations, and get it back out again. Okay? Now, a buy and hold, they're talking about holding it for a good amount of time, 5-10 years, allowing the accumulation of money to go into the home, and then reselling it after a certain period of time, or keeping it in a portfolio and renting it out, the entire time. Okay? There's different reasons why people do that. They do it for family wealth. They do it for more income for themselves. They do it to increase their credit score. You understand? So there's different ways and different reasons to do that. But the most important thing in this note right here is for you to make sure you stay committed. Make sure, this is for both of y'all, make sure you be honest with these people. Okay? And this goes for both. Be honest in general, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're doing a dual agency documentation, and in the past, you've had problems with people with purchasing and all that, and the person has told you that they're an investor, they're a business, and they've given you their business card, and they've showed you your website, and they've shown proof, and they've given you escrow. Come on. Please do not have a conversation with them about whether or not you feel comfortable or you trust anybody in the business. It's bad for you and it's bad for business. Okay? The second thing in the dual agency agreement, you have to treat both sides the same. Okay? Treat both